Why would waiting to be diagnosed with autism female could cost you more than you think? It can cost you time, money, and even your well-being. Let's break it down. Hello there, I am Jag. Just taking a quick break to explain some things. As late diagnosed autistic and ADHD, figuring things out one day at a time. I use AI to help me create videos so I can share my message more clearly. It helps me concentrate better, stay organized, but also tap into my creativity. This channel is a safe space for anyone who found out later in life and thought, now what? Here, I will share tips, tools, and stories I wish someone had told me when I first started this journey. If you are feeling overwhelmed, curious, or just want to feel a little less alone, you are in the right place. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, or DSM-5, which is the handbook that all mental health professionals use to diagnose mental disorders, describes autism as a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects communication, social interaction, and restricted and repetitive patterns of behavior. The symptoms have to be present in the social communication and interaction domain and at least two of the following: restricted, repetitive patterns of behavior, sensory processing issues, and a difference in how your brain processes information. To get an official diagnosis of autism, you have to meet all of those criteria. But here's where it gets tricky. A lot of the criteria are based on how other people perceive your behavior. So it's very subjective. For example, does your face appear to be kind of expressionless? Does your body language make other people think that you're not interested in what they're saying? Do you have trouble understanding other people's perspectives? Other people have to be the ones to report these things about you. And unless they're actually trained to look for these signs, they might not pick up on them, or they might just assume that you're being standoffish or just not interested. So many people go through life not being diagnosed because other people don't recognize these signs. Or they do get recognized, but they're not recognized as signs of autism. So the first way that waiting to be diagnosed with autism can cost you is that it can take a toll on your mental health. You might be struggling to understand why you don't connect with other people the way that they expect you to. You may feel like you're making no progress in therapy. You might feel misunderstood, frustrated, angry, anxious, depressed. You might even feel like there's something wrong with you. And then there's the financial cost. Therapy isn't cheap. If you're seeing a therapist and you're not getting the help that you need because they're not addressing autism-specific issues, then you're wasting your money. You're also wasting your time. Time is the most precious thing we'll ever spend. And if you're spending it trying to fix things that aren't broken, then you're not going to have time to pursue the things that you want to, or spend it with people who matter most to you. Not to mention, at least in US, insurance doesn't cover adults' assessment. It can be costly. Majority of neuropsychologists are only trained to assess children and teens. Also, unless you diagnosed level 3 autistic, there are no federal accommodations help. The good news is that once you're diagnosed, you can start to see how this diagnosis fits into every aspect of your life, and it can start to make sense. The world just makes more sense. It's almost like a key that unlocks all these mysteries. And then you can really start to work on the things that matter most to you, like developing social skills or finding ways to make your sensory issues more manageable. Wondering if it's worth the cost and stress to get a diagnosis? The answer is, depends. For me, it was. As I didn't even suspect I could be autistic until 18 months ago. I knew I was dyslexic and possibly had ADHD. Diagnosis it is, AuDHD. So it explained my entire childhood. For others, self-diagnose is just enough. And valid. So whatever you decide is up to you. Same with is up to you if you decide to tell other people about it. If you're undiagnosed and you suspect that you might have autism, check out this playlist that I made of videos that describe all the signs of autism. Some are for ADHD too. And if you're diagnosed, share your story in the comments. It may help someone else who's struggling to find the answers. Also, in the information part of this video, I have an online test for ADHD and autism. Information in this video is not substitute for professional assessment. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's figure this out together. Don't forget to subscribe to your own courage. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Please don't pay attention to the trolls. All they want is attention. Not the right kind. So go on ignoring them. Bye.